Well, I think our team certainly battled. We have such a small margin for error, and you can't afford to give a team like Tennessee easy buckets off of offensive rebounds, off of turnovers, and at the foul line. Out of the necessity at the end of the ball game, but up until that point, when we get in rotation and we foul, and we just got to do a better job on the defensive boards. We got to do a better job in transition, and we can't afford to make those kind of mistakes because good teams make you pay.
Steph, did you feel like there was a lot of energy just spent coming back to a little tougher to finish it?
Yeah, I think so. I think the other thing is, we're not going to position ourselves to beat really good teams in our league when we don't get production from everybody. And we've got to get production from everybody that steps foot on the floor, and consistent production. And when you're constantly battling coming from behind, fatigue certainly sets in, especially with our kids that have played a lot of minutes for the entire season. And more than anything, decision making in the times that we are fatigued. It's a 1-point game and we come down and we turn it over, and then they score, we come down and we take a bad shot, and they come down and we might get them to take the shot we want, and then we don't finish the play with the defensive board. Those types of plays in critical moments of the game, you can't have them. You can't have them.
5 for 23 for Carter, Hall. That seems like a lot of good shots in there. I mean, you happy with the shots they got?
Yeah, we probably missed 12 layups. You can't afford to do that. And I was really pleased to see Chelsea moving better today. I think this is the best that I've seen her move since before she got injured. And now you can just tell it's a rhythm thing. It's a timing thing. She's just got to find that again. But we've got to get more from Lily. She has been our most consistent player, to be honest, and she had an off day today. But we got to now help her figure out, when you have an off shooting day, what other things can you do? What are other ways that you can stay involved? But yeah, when you look at our two post players, what were they, 9 of 18, and everybody else was, my addition's not very good, but not very good. And we've got to get production.
With Chelsea, has she been on a pitch count sort of, and does that go in terms of minutes?
Mm-hmm.
Is it kind of going up?
Yeah, it's really kind of based on how she's feeling. She's had a lot of setbacks physically, and when you're not a player who's been injured before, you have those physical setbacks, it certainly messes with you mentally. And yeah, she's not quite ready to go, full go into the game yet, but she looked the best I've seen her look since her injury today. So I'm hoping that progress is continuing in an upward direction.
Coach, you guys have some pretty good size compared to Vanderbilt teams in the past. Yet you guys were out rebounding pretty lopsided, 56-31. What is it like, blocking out, or what is keeping them from doing?
It's a combination of things. They are one of the best rebounding teams in our league. They are a team that can just physically just jump up and get it. We're not going to out jump probably any opponent that we play in the SEC, or all year long for that matter. But we have to be better at boxing out. We have to be better at pushing out, and then we've got to be better at, once we do that, of going to get the rebound. At times some of our players aren't getting off the floor, and that's a reaction thing, and it's a discipline thing. And we know we're not very big. Outside of Foss and really Bree Horrocks, we know we're not very big, and our guards got to do a better job of getting in there. And the one player on our team who can leap is Lily, and we just got to get her consistently going with 2 hands.
More questions?
Thank you.
Thanks, Tenn.
Thank you.
Thanks, Coach.
Going back to the head coach, Holly Warlick, Westbrook, and Jackson, will let Coach start out with your comments on today's game, and we'll open up for questions.
We really had a couple of things we wanted to emphasize, and that was our defense. And I thought down the stretch it was really powerful, especially our press. We wanted to control the boards. We wanted second chance points, and we did a great job there. And thirdly, we wanted to attack in transition, and thought we got the ball out really, really quick and got some quick baskets. But hey, proud of the win and how hard these ladies played.
Questions, please.
Amy, this is, I think, 3 in a row. What do you think's turned around for this team the last few games?
Well, I think we've been more focused in practice and just staying together and focused on the game at hand. we've been playing very hard, and our coaches have been having a coach-up effort, so I think we've been playing very hard.
I think it was a 1-point game, timeout.
Yeah.
Renaya got called, and I think that's when you went to the press at that point, right? What was the discussion in that timeout?
Well, we were giving up, we were fouling too much, so we didn't want them to settle. And these guys love to press. I don't have to convince them a lot of times to press. And we got I think a 5-second count, and then we got a couple of steals, and it just kind of energized us. And that's how they like to play, and that's how I love how when they play that. So it kind of separated us. Once we started not fouling and putting them at the free throw line, I felt a lot better.
Coach, you mentioned free throw shooting. Seems like there's been a lot more consistency there lately.
Yeah.
You shot better than 8% today. How big has that been in these games?
It wins games. Rebound, defensive free throws. And we talked about that after the game, and we beginning of the year didn't shoot the ball very well, and some of the losses we didn't shoot the ball very well from the free throw line, but they've made a commitment to get to the gym, and it's mental. It's mental, and it's when you do reps, you get comfortable, and you find confidence. So that's what they did.
For me, you had 17 points and played 35 minutes today. Did you feel a little bit maybe better, maybe a little bit more confident today than you did in the Florida game?
I was just trying to be patient and let the game come to me. I was trying to force anything, and my teammates were doing a good job at feeding me when I was running transitions. So I was just trying to play hard.
Vina, when they cut it to 1, it's kind of a back and forth game a little bit, and you guys go on that run the last 4 minutes. What do you think that says about the team in terms of your ability to finish a close game?
It just reminded me of like our old team, how we used to play at the beginning of the season. No one really got worried or scared that we weren't going to lose the game. We knew that we were going to win the game, and just really did get stops on defense. We all knew what we had to do, so we accomplished our goal. We locked down on defense, got good looks on offense, and we got the win.
Your team obviously does have a tough schedule ahead. Just talk about other things you'd like to see your team improve on.
Well, I thought we had we fouled way too much today, and a lot of hand checking. We got to correct that. Turnovers I thought was good, but some of them were. We've got to clean that up. But like Mimi said, I love our energy. This team is when we play hard, great things happen, and they've made a commitment to do that, and just continue to rebound and play together. And I thought it took every one of us to get it done, because a lot of kids got in foul trouble, and just keep understanding what we got to do to win games. And some games are different from others, but you can always bring your energy, play hard, play with a lot of heart and passion. And that's what we've done the last couple of games.
Coach, unless I'm counting wrong, Mindy Collins had 8 points in the last 5 minutes of the fourth quarter. Could you just talk about what you saw from her down the stretch there?
She got a lot of bang for her minutes, and I wanted to play her more, but they went with 5 guards, and so we kind of went with 5 guards. And Mimi she's just that kid that's around the ball all the time, and she got key rebounds, she hit some free throws, and so we needed her to help us win the basketball game. And that's what it's about. Any of these kids can come in and make a difference. And today it was Mimi Collins' day, and she made a huge difference for us.
Holly, you guys took 26 shots, 56 rebounds. Is that kind of a team that you want to be, where if the efficiency isn't there, you're dominating on every front and having the ball a lot in your hands?
Absolutely. We talk about it, staff. I just say that I love playing 2 bigs in there, because if we don't make our shot, then we can clean it up with the rebounds. And so it's really been good for us the last couple of games. Our rebound is key for us. We're athletic. There's no reason why we shouldn't. And when you don't overly shoot, I thought we took, for the most part, good shots. some shots that weren't great, early in the clock, but I thought we took good shots, but we also had people cleaning that up, and we've always been a good rebounding team, and we talked a lot about second chance points, and what would separate us was, before the game, transition points for us and second chance points, and that proved to be really good for us.
As far as the fans are concerned, I mean, you heard the visible defense chants
Yeah.
when the home team had the ball. What does it mean for you guys to,
Well,
you're not far from home, but to still feel like
Yeah,
you're-
well, we have such a strong Tennessee base here, and it's, for these guys to go on the road and have people come out and support them is huge. As crazy as our fans can be, they can be awesome too. And today they were awesome, they were into it, and it's just a lot of fun to come over and play in front of them, as a lot of them don't get up to Knoxville to see us play. A lot of fun. And then Mimi's from this area, so she got to play. I think there's nobody left in her home, her neighborhood, but it's fun. It's good to have this presence in Nashville.
Right, thank you very much.
You.